What's up, everybody? This is Andy, the Bearded Practitioner, and I am coming straight at you from the Phoenix Desert. It is 100 degrees. I want to talk a little bit about Positivity Sunday. What's going on, guys? So, Sunday again, awesome week. It was kind of a crazy week for me. I had a whole lot of stuff going, busy days at work, trying to make some videos and content, keeping up on Instagram, but had a great week overall. Just came out of an awesome meditation retreat for this week. Really kind of a fun retreat. It was interesting because it's the first one that I've ever attended that it was like totally online. So usually a lot of the teachings are like in person, and you go to the center and you do some meditation. You're in this space, and this week yesterday I was just hanging at my house on my couch. I'm kind of in my other areas that I meditate in, but cool, just different, and that's something positive to take away, though, that I got through it. Very positive things going on around me still, pushing myself into those positive spaces. So another week flew by. What is positive from the bearded community? I had a ton of really positive things going on this week. I had an awesome live stream that went on for like 3 hours on Friday. It was totally a blast. I had a great time. I had Tyson on. I had Joe from Bearded Life. Tyson Faithfully Bearded. I had Purposely Bearded Tevin on. We actually threw Johnny Grooms in there at one point. It was totally a blast. I had a great time. Zebra, of course, was in there. And next week we'll probably be doing the same. But I do have some cool news, so I'll have to hang on to that at the end. But some cool news ahead. But yeah, I had a great chat. It was interesting is that me and Tevin were talking afterwards, and we were like, hey, I knew somebody was going to bring up the Dave Bearded Motivation stuff. And, it's kind of the talk about the community is about how his videos are going. And, Tyson brought up a really awesome point. And creators are always trying to push the envelope, trying to get good content in front of their viewers, and then also trying to grow this bearded community into a better place. So, we may not always agree about tactics and the way things are, but you know what? It's awesome that people are talking and having that ability to have discussions, and talking about things are amazing. That's how you get things out. Questions, problems, whatever it is that's going on. I think that's always a positive thing, is that we have that kind of community where we can have discussions and sometimes agree to disagree. It's okay to agree to disagree. This week's retreat was very much on how connected we are as beings. Never to forget that we are all just so connected in so many ways, and sometimes we don't ever understand somebody's journey completely, and it's our job to just have compassion for people that are just having an experience of maybe some mental problems. Maybe their journey is not the same as ours, and we just don't understand it, so we have a lot of judgment. But sometimes we can pull back that judgment and have a little bit more compassion, have a little bit more understanding. I think that's awesome, and I think that's what this discussion about Dave's videos, which he's bringing out some points, definitely in a different way, and it's definitely highlighting some things that may have been going on under the undersurface of this community for some time, and people had questions about. I think it's awesome to bring that stuff up and be able to be in a space to where we can discuss that and bring it up. So that's my 2 cents. But I think it's positive, to be honest with you. I think it's a positive place. Our community is so awesome. The interesting thing about our community, and I always we go through ebbs and flows where it seems like there's this like bearded drama stuff that shows up, but then we work through it. I think it's awesome. I think there's just so much good there's a good amount of pillars that are in our community that help bring up positive things for us, positive discussions. And so I'm always appreciating that. So, I really enjoyed having Tyson on the show. He's really kind of going through a tough time. And of course, I fully support anybody going through a tough time. I know him personally, so, not really, really well, but I do know that he's going through some tough times, and being able to put some vulnerability, put it out there for people to see and know that it's just okay to go through tough times and you will get through the other side. That's a very positive space. Again, Joe put out a really cool video again, Chronicles of the Bearded Dad, Bearded Life. Bearded is awesome, great storyteller. Again, another really good way of telling people about your life, being vulnerable, putting yourself out there. I know that it was tough for him to say some of the things he said in the last couple of weeks, and me and him had a great conversation the other night and just said, hey, I don't know if I could have done that. I think it's positive because there's so many people going through such tough times, especially right now. We're locked up, we're with situations that we normally don't deal with just living on top of each other. And being able to bring a positive mind to that is so important. It's the only way to get through this. And so just realizing that people can have different opinions. People can have different points of view, and it's okay. It's really okay to have different points of view. I would be really bored, honestly, if everybody had the same exact point of view as me. It would be very difficult because I'd be like, maybe I'd get along with everybody. No, because then you'd always pick apart their points of view because you're usually tough on yourself too. So, yeah, I just think that, I think that the way through this stuff is to discuss everything, be positive, and that's kind of what I brought up from this week. Some really awesome stuff. My fun point of this week was watching Dan and 5 other dudes eating some crazy hot, spicy peanuts. I've never seen anything like that. I've watched hot ones and I thought, yeah, that's crazy. But watching 6 bearded dudes trying to deal with just heat, they were bringing the heat, and it was some guys fared better than others, but it was entertaining, and I'm glad that we have fun as a bearded community. So that's all I got to say for today. Keep positive. There's so much things going on right now. I have some really cool thing to do on Thursday this week. So this week I talked to a local counselor who's a therapist who is willing to go on my live stream on Thursday and have a little discussion about mental health and coping skills. So I hope you guys tune in. Kind of expands upon my meditation pieces, my positive vibes that I try to put out there in the community. But I'm really focused on mental health. Most people know that about me. I've had some daughters that struggled with mental health issues, and people I know around me that have really struggled mental health issues. So I'm really an advocate of just putting awareness out there, and having somebody who is a mental health expert is going to be amazing. I'm hoping that you guys can tune in, be able to maybe grab some new coping skills out of it, and if not, just support some people that maybe are a little bit less fortunate mental health wise. So again, thanks for joining in. Stay bearded. Have a great week.